Listened to one of the past videos that I did from last week, and as I listened, I realized that I said more words than were needed to explain a topic. So I was talking about the attributions of success, or how we attribute, whether it's a team success or a player success, something like that. We tend to, look at maybe one thing and discount the impact of a lot of different factors that also contribute to that success. And so basically what I was saying is we look at the what, but we ignore the how and the why. So I don't want to go too much into the why because there's a good TED video by Simon Sinek called Start With Why. I think he has a book of the same name now too, so I recommend that. If you want to check that out. But essentially, my point is, we look at a drill. So the drill is what a player is doing or a team's doing, or the play that they're running, something of that nature. But we ignore how they're doing it and also why they're doing it. And oftentimes, it's the how and the why that determines success, or the ultimate success. So two teams could run the same play, but have different results. And those different results could be how they run the play, in terms of, what they're looking for, what individual players are looking for, the speed of movement, the precision of their execution, how well they set screens, how well they use screens, footwork coming off screen, things like this. So they could run the same play, but one could just simply do it better than the other team. There's also the why. So, why do you run a specific play? And this is one of the things that I tend to talk about is some teams are taught to run a play because they're essentially following directions of the coach, and so they're going to move in one pattern and go from A to B to C. Whereas, when I teach a play, it's simply to create a small advantage. So our why is different. One is trying to get a specific shot for a specific player. I'm simply trying to create an advantage. So our execution of a play may be different than somebody who's really emphasizing the pattern of the play. When running a play, the who is also going to be different as well. So if I have, this was always what Juno Ariema says, I have Diana Taurasi, or I have Maya Moore, I have Brianna Stewart, and you have to stop them. So it doesn't matter if you know what play I'm going to run. So, a play being run with those players versus a play being run with, an average player, his play is going to have more success. And so these are all factors that we can't discount. And when we look at, and I made this point, during UConn's run during the NCAA tournament, is a lot of people were talking, well, I'm going to start running UConn's offense. And, my point was that, great, but just because you run UConn's offense doesn't mean you're going to know why. You could steal their play, but you don't know why they're running that play. You're probably not going to run it as well. You're not going to achieve the same how. So as well as they do with the same level of execution, the same reads, the same speed, etc., and you're not going to have the same who. And so ultimately, you might be doing the same thing, but because you're doing it with different players and for different reasons, and with different intensity and effort and precision, you're probably not going to have the same results. So again, I think we tend to simplify things and just look at one thing, which tends to be the what. So I'm going to do this drill, I'm going to run this play, but we ignore the other factors. And those other factors often, are the more important ones. And the ones that we want to learn from. Why why are the Warriors great? Why is UConn great? These things. And it's not just the plays that they run, it's so much more. And so we want to learn about all the factors that go into success and try to emulate more factors than just a specific play or a specific drill.